What's good, y'all? Time for a DL short. It's late on the East Coast, around 11 p.m. And I was sitting around just checking out my man Mandrell on Black Man Unfiltered's network. It was Unapologetic with Mandrell and Shushu. In fact, it's still on. I was, watching that in the background, and I came across Michael Sertain MOA, which is Men of Action clips. There's a clip on there where he's talking about uh, one of the shows that he and Rolo Tomasi did on Fresh and Fit, and it was after hours, and the room was full of women. There was one woman in particular. I didn't think she was very attractive. She had nothing but upgrades. I mean, a ton of work done. You name it, from BBLs to nose job, eyelids, whatever could be done surgically. Looks like it was done on this particular woman, and her attitude wasn't particularly good. But again, this is it's YouTube, it's TV, it's YouTube on steroids, whatever. I didn't meet the woman, never saw the woman. I mean, just from looking at all that work, I would never try to even talk to her. But if she would have speak to me, I would of course be cordial. But pretty bad attitude the whole nine. So I'm sitting there, and it's stuck in my mind because I didn't watch the episode. As you know, I don't watch too many after hours, unless they're like really good, like if it's like good conversation to have a good group of women. But I've seen clips or whatever. So Michael Sertain has a clip when he was talking about this. He's back in Vegas. He's doing his show, and he has, he's surrounded by a bunch of women. And they were talking about that particular episode and that particular woman in Miami on the Fresh and Fit show. And, I'm watching this and I'm like, why would a woman do all this stuff to herself that this lady has done? And of course, this woman is an OnlyFans person, right? So she's doing OnlyFans. So let's check out this clip, and you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Dominatrix.
Guys, we're describing something like a socioeconomic thing. We have men who are not being either taught because of their phone. We can show you the statistics where at 2008, once there's the Facebook app on the iPhone, the number of men that are sexless just skyrockets. It doubles, right? Okay, so that's the first thing that happens. And then you have these men, so they don't know how to talk to women. And so what they do is they all become those creepy Indian men who are like, show me Bob's and Vagine. But like all of them are becoming that guy, right? Or like a good number of them. So she said, you don't talk to guys on Instagram because they come off as creepy. Most men come off as creepy. That's the thing. Like, you don't believe me? Let's go to Walmart after this. Let's walk around Walmart and then watch what happens. You're gonna
CVS is closer.
Exactly. You guys
I'm
are,
not going to
and
Walmart.
ask yourself again, who's fucking these men? And you're like, oh, no one is. Okay, now I get it. So now we have that situation. Now, what she said, it's really funny because there was like this cascade of things that happened. Because then she said, I give them my OnlyFans link, right? And you were like, oh, that's foreign to me. But look what she's done. She's taken this creepiness energy and she's now transmuting it into money. You guys see what's going on? Now, the ladies are saying, I love it. There's guys out there. This is terrible.
They're promiscuous women.
They're promiscuous women. I can't believe they're doing this. So for all of you guys who are wondering, and for those of you who watch the Wednesday show of
Don't simp for them.
The guys who watch the Wednesday show of Fresh and Fit, you guys remember Stephanie Palomares was getting dunked on by the chat the entire show.
Yep.
And I asked Stephanie Palomares, I said, Stephanie, before the show, I need you to screenshot how many OnlyFans subscribers you have. And then afterwards, I need you to tell me how many you have 24 hours later.
Should we all do that right now?
Yes. I
already did it.
I think all of you should do that. Now, here's what happened. I've never seen a girl get dunked on more than this girl on Fresh and Fit ever. Like the whole chat was just on her the entire time. She got 1,200 paying subs in 24 hours. Guys, hold on. For those of you who can't do math because you went to public school, that's $12,000 a month. That's $144,000 a year for sitting there for 2.5 hours getting dunked on by the chat. And she wrote me later and she was like, yeah, it's totally worth it. I would do it again. That's what she.
So there you have it right there. When people talk about, and I talk about it too, you talk about the manosphere, the red pill space, right? And I talk about weirdos. Man, there are tons of weirdos out there. He just talked about it. Like all these guys who are working these jobs, the invisible dudes, right? These invisible dudes, unseen, unheard dudes in real life, but on YouTube and in the virtual world, they can be seen and heard. And they're spending all this time and all this energy going after these women. You this, you 304, you that, you super 304 this, you da-da-da-da-da, saying all this stuff, trying to be seen and heard amongst these other people on the platform, right? In the chat or whatever. And at the same time, these women are getting paid $12,000 a month. She made $12,000 to sit there and listen to, read the chats or whatever, participate in this on this TV show, this YouTube show. $144,000 for the year. Yeah, some of those subs are going to drop off, but she's going to get more subs. There's no other way to cut it. She went on there and got paid, bro. She got paid. You say, well, Saint, she ain't gonna get the whole 144,000. All right, let's say she gets 80,000, 60, 50,000 to sit there for 2 hours on Fresh and Fit and have all these weirdos hit her up. Do this to yourself. Can you send me a picture of that? Can you do this, do that? The subs plus whatever money she makes off of them for her to do whatever sexual act that they want to see. This is why women get all that work done. This is why women finesse dudes if dudes let them. This is why, fellas, y'all need to stop. You need to stop. Why are y'all doing it? Because it's easy. You want to be seen. You want to be heard. How about you do the work? Do the work, my friend. Get into the gym. Eat right. You ain't even got to go into the gym. Just eat right and get outside and walk. Get outside and, just jog from one stoplight to the next stoplight and eat right. You'll lose a ton of weight. Your body will change. Right? Get a haircut. Go get you some clothes. Don't have to be brand name. Just go get you some clothes that you can afford that look good on you. And then when you're ready, go out and start talking to women. Yes, they're going to reject you. There's going to be a ton of rejection, but you're going to get better. Every time you fail, you're going to get better. That's how we grew up. It must be foreign to some of you young guys out here. It makes no sense and it ain't cool. You don't get no points at all by taking shots on a chat on YouTube. Don't even have your real name, your real face there, talking crazy to some woman and then turning around, sending her money, subscribing to her OnlyFans. Slow Bunny, same thing. I saw the money Slow Bunny was making. The people were sending her money. This woman was just talking about the subs that she got on her OnlyFans. But how many people hitting her up on Instagram and she's talking back and forth with them and they just sending her bread or whatever? You can't be mad at these women for getting the bread, bro. You just can't be mad. And as long as we have legions of simpletons out there willing to just give up their hard-earned money to some woman who still doesn't really see them, this ain't gonna do nothing but increase. I ain't mad at these women going out here getting the bread. I'm not mad at all. Shout out to Michael Certain, MOA, doing big things. You know what I mean? Salute to you, brother. Air Force, I see you. I'm airborne. I got a soft spot for the Air Force. They're nice enough to let us get on their airplanes and they take us to the fight. They don't even land. They just let us jump out. Shout out to the U.S. Air Force. You know what I mean? But fellas, this is not the way. OnlyFans, call girls. If you one of those passport dudes and you think I'm just going to go to another country and pay this money, that is not the way. Do the work. Do the work. After you do the work, if you still want to do OnlyFans and you still want to take passport bros trips and you still want to go holler at call girls, fine. You know me, fine. But become the best version of yourself first. No one respects an invisible guy talking crazy to some woman on a podcast and then turning around and sending her money. And guess what? These women, they tell us who you are. We know, right? We know. Just want to pass that little information along. You feel me? Just want to put that out there and pass that along. So, hey, man, that's all I got to say, man. Right? I'm DL Saint. I'm going to talk to you later. Peace.